Moving up and down again. There's no discharge in the war. There's no discharge in the war.
All right, everybody, welcome back to another episode of Shepherd's Pie. I think I'm clipping a little bit. My name's David.
And I'm Tommy, and I don't know if you're clipping or not.
They'll tell us in the comments. Welcome back, everybody. We got another episode of Biblecast. We're going to bring a little bit of the Lord's Word to you. We left off last time. Exodus 12 was where we left off. God delivered the Israelites out of Egypt. It was one of the coolest stories ever because it's just miracle after miracle after miracle, but they're also like plagues, so it's a little intense, very dramatic. They don't explicitly say until, I guess, the end. Like, they do say that people are dying, but there would have been a ton of death as a result of these plagues. Each one extremely hazardous. It was
like a war of gods.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, because as we were going through in that episode, go back and listen to it because that was a good one. Each plague corresponds with an Egyptian god. So and literally God says at the end that, like, I'll prove that your gods here in Egypt have nothing on me, basically. But like, it starts with the Nile being turned to blood and all the water in Egypt being turned to blood. And then the frogs come up out of the river and they all die. And then there's flies. And then there's boils.
Yep. There's fleas too. There's fleas.
Yep. Then there's fleas. And then just sickness hits all the cattle, all the people. Everybody gets sick. And then there's a hail that kills everybody that didn't fear the Lord.
And the crops.
Yeah, the fire and hail at the same time. So anybody that didn't go inside, anybody that didn't hearken unto the word of the Lord, because everybody would have heard, anybody that doubted it, they suffered. You left your animals, your people, your crops unattended, it's gone. It's all dead. It's all gone. And then the very last one, every firstborn that did not observe the Passover tradition at the time, or not the tradition at the time, this is the first one ever, but like what God told them to do, put the blood over the doorway with the branch of hyssop, the lamb's blood, sacrifice the lamb. And yeah, anybody that didn't do that, your firstborn died. So Pharaoh didn't do that, and that was the last straw for him. He finally kicked everybody out. And that's where we left off. So we're picking up Exodus 13. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Sanctify unto me all the firstborn, whosoever openeth the womb among the children of Israel, both of man and of beast, it is mine. Sanctify me all the firstborn, whosoever hath opened the womb.
So it's whoever is
already caught up.
if you're giving birth, pretty much whoever comes out of the womb of the children of Israel, they are mine. I'm claiming them. They are covered under me, the Lord. Is what that's
dedicate your firstborn. You know what's really cool is I dedicated my firstborn to the Lord. The whole time Lynn was pregnant, and now that she's pregnant again, I am slacking and not even like acknowledging that this kid's in there. Whereas like the first one, I'm like, God, this is your kid. I am giving you this baby. I am just here to raise it and take care of it for you. Like, this is your child. I'm so blessed to be able to take care of your child. I just hope that it's happy and healthy and well. Like that's my whole goal. And so that's cool that like I didn't even realize that the Bible says to do that.
Well, do it with your second born too. Now that you've acknowledged that, you're
Right.
Do it.
give all my kids to God.
Start putting all of the juju into the belly.
Yeah.
Here you go.
And Moses said unto the people, remember this day in which ye come out of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. For by strength of hand the Lord brought you out from this place, and there shall no leavened bread be eaten. This day came ye out in the month Abib, so they have different months. And it shall be when the Lord shall bring thee into the land of Canaanites, and the Hittites, and the Amorites, and the Hivites, and the Jebusites, which he sware unto thy fathers to give thee, a land flowing with milk and honey, that thou shalt keep this service in this month. 7 days thou shalt eat unleavened bread, and in the 7th day shall be a feast unto the Lord. Unleavened bread shall be eaten 7 days, and there shall no leavened bread be seen with thee, neither shall there be leaven seen with thee in all thy quarters. So leaven is just yeast free, nothing, no risen bread, and no yeast. And thou shalt show thy son in that day, saying, this is done because of which the Lord did unto me when I came forth out of Egypt. And it shall be for a sign unto thee, unto thine hand, and for a memorial between thine eyes, that the Lord's law may be in thy mouth. For with a strong hand hath the Lord brought thee out of Egypt. Thou shalt therefore keep his ordinance in his season from year to year. So now we're setting up the holiday of Passover. And it came to be, and it shall be when the Lord shall bring thee into the land of Canaanites, as he sware unto thee to thy fathers, and shall give it thee, that thou shalt set apart unto the Lord all that openeth the matrix, and
which is the womb, right?
Yes. And every firstling that cometh of a beast which thou hast, the males shall be the Lord's. And every firstling of an ass thou shalt redeem with a lamb. And if thou wilt not redeem it, then thou shalt break his neck. And all the firstborn men among thy children shalt thou redeem. So by redeem, it means offer substitute.
To the Lord, right?
Yeah, I think you're sacrificing a lamb. And if you don't...
For every single ass that's born, right?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's a lot of sacrificing.
You gotta have so many lambs. They're just constantly sacrificing.
In the beginning.
In the beginning. Yeah.
In the beginning. So in the Old Testament, we got all this sacrificing, and it's all about sin. And we didn't have Jesus's blood to cover us, so the Lord had to come up with all of these like cleansing and sacrificing type rituals that through blood would sanctify people, would sanctify their meals, the things that they would eat, the temples, their homes, their children, their livestock even. And it's just what's in the blood, man, right? The blood is crazy.
Plasma.
Yeah,
Tommy's on the plasma kick hard.
Oh, dude, it's just there's so many themes that seem to be popping up. Like, I don't know if this is blasphemy or not, but the whole like God potentially being plasma, because like 90 some odd % of the universe is plasma, and who knows, maybe even the particles that we see and that we interact with reality itself, the way that we see it, could just be like a dimensional form of like an other dimensional plasma. So it's like there's a matrix, and we're in the matrix of plasma, and like in our blood is plasma, and the Lord is plasma. It's like
I would definitely never personally assign any descriptors unto God that aren't blatantly in the Bible, or I don't know, otherwise presented to me in a way that I could know it's true. Like the theory is good because plasma does seem like otherworldly, magical, like deific. It does seem like the power of God, like direct influence thereof. But like, I wouldn't say God's plasma, because I don't.
He's more than plasma,
Yeah, it's
but
like
like he
more than.
controls the plasma.
Yeah.
But like the medium in our bodies that carries that life spark, that divinity, is the plasma.
It's like the plasma's holy.
Yeah.
Or could be tainted, or maybe that's what gets tainted to turn people unholy. It's like
Maybe, bro.
It's like plasma does have spiritual ties. It's a spiritual medium.
Yeah, like a bridge from the ether to the physical.
Right.
It's a wonderfully, absolutely insane thing that scientists get killed over. Okay, I'm done. I'm done with it. We gotta get back to Bible.
Where the fuck was I?
And it shows.
And it shall be when thy son asketh thee in time to come, saying, What is this? That thou shalt say unto him, By strength of hand the Lord brought us out of Egypt, from the house of bondage. And it came to pass, when Pharaoh would hardly let us go, that the Lord slew all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, both the firstborn of man and the firstborn of beast. Therefore I sacrifice to the Lord all that openeth the matrix, being males, but all the firstborn of my children I redeem. And it shall be for a token upon thine hand, and for frontlets between thine eyes. The frontlets are forehead ornaments.
Like crowns?
Or like what
Tiaras?
what the Indians do. Forehead ornaments between thine eyes.
Like Ash Wednesday type thing with the ash or something?
Maybe.
Is that what that's about?
No.
Maybe where they get it from? I don't know.
No, because that's some pagan shit. And it shall be for a token upon thine hand, and for frontlets between thine eyes, for by strength of hand the Lord brought us up out of Egypt. And it came to pass, when Pharaoh had let the people go, that God led them not through the way of the land of the Philistines, although that was near. For God said, lest peradventure the people repent when they see war, and they return to Egypt. But God led the people about through the way of the wilderness of the Red Sea, and the children of Israel went up hardness out of the land of Egypt. Up hardness.
They did not want to go.
Up hardness, it means they were armed. Well, so...
That's what that means?
Yeah. So I imagine the Philistines were actively warring at the time.
Yes.
And so God didn't want to lead them past the Philistines and have them be like, oh no, it's so terrible out here. We got to go back to Egypt where it's safe. And like,
even though they were armed,
even though God leads them the safe way, they end up being like, oh no, God led us this way where we're lost and there's no food and there's no water. We're in the desert. Oh God. And he's like, just wander in the fucking desert then, you idiots. And Moses took... Yep, here it is.
Yep.
But God let the people about through the way of the wilderness of the Red Sea, and the children of Israel went up hardness out of the land of Israel. And Moses took the bones of Joseph with him, for he had straitly sworn the children of Israel, saying, God will surely visit you, and ye shall carry up my bones away hence with you. So I was right a couple episodes ago when I said that they take Joseph with them.
Oh, wow.
And they took their journey from Succoth and encamped in Etham at the edge of the wilderness. And the Lord went before them day by day in a pillar of cloud to lead them the way, and by night in a pillar of fire to give them light, and to go by day and night. He took not away the pillar of cloud by day, nor the pillar of fire by night from before the people. So there is seemingly proof of this pillar of fire
Yep.
I guess I should mention it later on when he actually stops here. Or no. This was before. I mentioned it in a previous episode. Sorry. So when they were crossing the Red Sea, have they crossed the Red Sea yet? No, they just left. Yeah, they just left. I'll mention it later. Sorry, folks.
Want me to pick up?
Chapter 14, sure.
Okay. Exodus chapter 14. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, that they turn and encamp before Pihahiroth, between Migdol and the sea, over against Baal-zephon. Before it shall ye encamp by the sea. Those are some crazy names.
Mm-hmm.
What is Pihahiroth? Is that like a land?
Yeah.
So these are different lands.
Yeah, these are all different lands.
Okay. For Pharaoh will say of the children of Israel, They are entangled in the land. The wilderness hath shut them in. And I will harden Pharaoh's heart, that he shall follow after them. And I will be honored upon Pharaoh, and upon all his host, that the Egyptians may know that I am the Lord. And they did so. And it was told the king of Egypt that the people fled. And the heart of Pharaoh and of his servants were turned against the people. And they said, Why have we done this, that we have let Israel go from serving us? And he made ready his chariot, and took his people with him. And he took 600 chosen chariots, and all the chariots of Egypt, and captains over every one of them. And the Lord hardened the heart of Pharaoh, king of Egypt, and he pursued after the children of Israel. And the children of Israel went out with a high hand. But the Egyptians pursued after them, all the horses and all the chariots of Pharaoh, and his horsemen and his army, and overtook them encamping by the sea, beside Pihahiroth, before Baal-zephon. And when Pharaoh drew nigh, the children of Israel lifted up their eyes, and behold, the Egyptians marched after them, and they were sore afraid. And the children of Israel cried out unto the Lord. And they said unto Moses, Because there were no graves in Egypt, hast thou taken us away to die in the wilderness? Wherefore hast thou dealt thus with us, to carry us forth out of Egypt? Is not this the word that we did tell thee in Egypt, saying, or the word that we did tell thee in Egypt, saying, Let us alone, that we may serve the Egyptians. For it had been better for us to serve the Egyptians than that we should die out in the wilderness. And Moses said unto the people, Fear ye not, stand still, and see the salvation of the Lord, which he will show you today. For the Egyptians, whom ye have seen today, ye shall see them again no more forever. The Lord shall fight for you, and ye shall hold your peace.
They have no faith.
No faith.
Immediately.
Zero. Dude, seeing what happened in Egypt, this is the whole,
like the whole time.
Massive dilemma. It's like, what are you talking about? If you see a pillar of fire leading you, if you see a war of gods in Egypt in circumstances that would have kept you in chains for the rest of your being.
Yeah.
And you get broken out of those chains through supernatural means, what are you doing complaining and not having faith? Like, that's the thing that all of us today ask for, is like,
we're like,
those,
we just need a miracle.
Signs.
Yeah, we just need a sign. We just need a miracle. And I need proof, and then I believe. Like, once you see it, you're supposed to believe it. These people had been seeing it their whole lives. That's the thing. Living in Egypt, they were privy to other minor deities doing minor miracles, like fallen angels doing demon shit. They saw that on a day-to-day. So when God came in doing real miracles, they're like, I don't know about this guy. We probably should have just stayed in Egypt. They were pretty fine, even though they were torturing us.
Yeah, torturing the shit out of us and making us do more work than we were supposed to, and they kind of had a grudge against us, and were telling us to sacrifice our children,
But it's
and
like,
we're okay with that. That's like what's going on today, though, right? With like the government and like things going on with like this Schmepstein Schmisht,
yeah,
and it's like people still aren't rising up, like, and listening to like the vibe.
yeah.
The vibe, which is like, let's go. Let's like do something. Let's change it. And
They're like
nobody's doing it. They're
proof,
captive.
The proof ain't proof enough, man. You gotta
The
prove it.
ain't proof.
Gotta prove it to me a little harder. Prove it to me,
And
Tommy.
I want to be upset with these Israelites, and I am. It does. It makes me upset reading it.
It's
like,
really
dude,
lame
you
how
get
they're
to
just
see-
like demon worshippers forever. Like they
Yeah.
just never stop. They just never stop.
But it also, it's like, I have to remember to like kind of humble myself slightly and be like, really, we're all no different,
Yeah,
right?
we
Because
all
we're living
get
in the
tricked into
same
that.
thing.
Yep.
And it's like people today, they could see God. They could see him. He could show up and do things and change everything that they're crying about, and they will still fall away from him.
Right.
And that's like, holy freaking crap, dude. Like, it's mind-boggling. It's spirit dilemma, freaking ensuing stuff. But let's continue.
15.
And the Lord said unto Moses, Wherefore criest thou unto me? Speak unto the children of Israel, that they go forward. But lift thou up thy rod, and stretch out thine hand over the sea, and divide it. And the children of Israel shall go on dry ground through the midst of the sea. And I, behold, I will harden the hearts of the Egyptians, and they shall follow them. And I will get me honor upon Pharaoh, and upon all his host, upon his chariots, and upon his horsemen. And the Egyptians shall know that I am the Lord. When I have gotten me honor upon Pharaoh, me honor.
When I have gotten me myself, like when I have gotten me honor from Pharaoh.
When he acknowledges me, or something.
Yeah,
right?
he's making Pharaoh acknowledge that he is the highest God.
Okay. Upon his chariots and upon his horsemen. And the angel of God, which went before the camp of Israel, removed and went behind them. And the pillar of the cloud went from before their face and stood behind them. And it came between the camp of the Egyptians and the camp of Israel. And it was a cloud of darkness to them, but it gave light by night to these, so that the one came not near the other all the night.
So it's saying that the pillar of fire and smoke is the angel of the Lord. It's like, at first it said it was God. Now it's saying it's the angel of the Lord. So that that gives credence to the belief that the angel of the Lord is just like pre-incarnate Jesus. That's a common theory. But like,
it's also
Jesus is God,
cool.
so it's not like they're separate. It's like God putting his hand on the earth without like being so present that he kills everybody.
Yeah, literally. He has a different form that he's partaking in when he's here.
Yeah.
And that's the whole Father, Son, Holy Spirit thing. But it's kind of cool, like, because this pillar of fire leads the Israelites to the Red Sea, so it's in front of them. Mm-hmm. And then it specifically states too in those couple of verses there that when the Egyptians drew close and it became night, that the pillar of fire, God, the angel of the Lord, falls behind them and goes in between them and the Egyptians, and that by night,
because by night it's a pillar of fire.
He appears as a pillar of black smoke to one, and then
that's during
of
day.
light to another.
No.
Let me see. And the angel of God, which went before the camp of Israel, removed and went behind them. And the pillar of the cloud went from before their face and stood behind them. And it came between the camp of the Egyptians and the camp of Israel, and it was a cloud and darkness to them. But it gave light by night to these, so that the one came not near the other all the night.
Okay.
So there was no way for the Egyptians to come after the Egyptian or the Israelites at night, because it was like
completely
dude, he was fucking stopping them,
and
right?
the Israelites could see perfectly well at night in the smoke.
Crazy.
And the Egyptians couldn't. That is cool.
That's wild. It's super cool. And Moses stretched out his hand over the sea, and the Lord caused the sea to go back by a strong east wind all that night, and made the sea dry land, and the waters were divided. And the children of Israel went out into the midst of the sea upon the dry ground, and the waters were a wall unto them, on their right hand and on their left hand. And the Egyptians pursued, and went in after them to the midst of the sea, even all Pharaoh's horses, his chariots, and his horsemen. And it came to pass that in the morning, the Lord looked unto the host of Egyptians through the pillar of fire and of the cloud, and troubled the host of the Egyptians.
Yeah, so this is what I was going to say, is this part where he's sitting here as fire holding them back. There's melted sand on these shores that appear like there's no other way they could be there than by this pillar of fire.
It takes so much, like the sand composition.
It's like turned to glass.
In the Dead Sea. For that to happen, you would need like lightning. Like lightning creates glass, right? And I mean, again, what is lightning?
But then it would be in a lightning pattern and not a just like heat blasting.
Big circle.
Pattern.
It's almost like, like there was a tornado of fire that hit a spot and was sitting there for a while, turned it into glass, and it also all of the chariots, dude, and weaponry, Egyptian chariots, like of the period of the time, and weapons and helmets and all of the stuff were found in the middle of the freaking Dead Sea, right where this freaking torched part of the sand is. This is like, it's proof. It is actual proof. Like, people can think what they want, you can be like, oh well, maybe they made a giant bonfire. They made a giant bonfire on the beach, caused it to turn to glass.
There's more proof. We're about to get to the chariots. The chariot wheels were found at the bottom of the ocean or the sea.
Yep. And the only thing I could think of to that would be any type of refuting is like maybe a boat had all the chariots on the boat, but I mean, even then it's like, where's the boat? Where's the boat? All you see is all the stuff that foot soldiers were using, not Navy people. Nothing Navy, just a bunch of foot soldiers right in that area.
Yep.
Okay. And took off their chariot wheels. Okay, hold on. Let me go back. I'll do 24 again. And it came to pass that in the morning, the Lord looked unto the host of the Egyptians through the pillar of fire and of the cloud, and troubled the host of the Egyptians, and took off their chariot wheels, that they drave them heavily, so that the Egyptians said, let us flee from the face of Israel, for the Lord fighteth for them against the Egyptians. And the Lord said unto Moses, stretch out thine hand over the sea, that the waters may come again upon the Egyptians, upon their chariots, and upon their horsemen. And Moses stretched forth his hand over the sea, and the sea returned to his strength when the morning appeared. The sea returned to his strength.
Lowercase h. They're just giving the sea a male pronoun.
Like,
usually the sea is a woman.
And the Egyptians fled against it, and the Lord overthrew the Egyptians in the midst of the sea. So boom, the walls, dude. Like you've
Yeah.
seen like depictions, right, of this exact happening, right?
Oh,
What's
yeah.
the movie?
The Prince of Egypt.
Yeah, there's that one, and there's another one too that's like a live action from that,
Oh,
right?
I don't
What
know.
is it? It's an old one, and it's like a classic that people watch during Christmas. I watched it a couple times when I was a kid, and
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
what the heck is it called,
I
man?
don't know. Probably just
We'll put it in here
Ah,
or not.
Behold his mighty hand. Those who will not live by the law.
But so the walls, like just imagine you're walking in the middle, you're chasing after these poorly armed Israelites, and you're like, we're gonna get them, we're gonna get them, and then all of a sudden they're standing on the other end, and you see Moses just wave his hand,
Right.
and these walls of the sea that you're like, it's crazy. How crazy is it that Pharaoh decides to push his men
yeah, into that.
into that and doesn't recognize what it is?
Right.
The fact that the freaking sea is divided and there are walls hundreds of feet high of
Yeah.
water on either side of you.
Yeah, that's not
Like-
enough to convince him. He must have
You
seen
didn't think
some
of that?
shit.
You just thought it was you. I think he was so enraged and so just after the Egyptians or
If
after the Israelis.
If you genuinely believe your God pulls the sun across the sky every single day,
Yeah, that too.
like, you probably think the splitting of the sea is no big shit. But honestly, like, that's the first time he must have, like, actually seen anything like that. So,
Yeah, right.
You know,
Like you can't tell me you're seeing that all the time. Like walls of water. You're in the
I
middle
don't know.
of the sea.
The first time I start seeing a bunch of miracles, I'm gonna be like, demon, antichrist.
Literally.
I'm gonna
literally.
I'm gonna condemn the first time I start seeing miracles too.
Yeah. Yeah. We're kind of trained for that. So yeah. Moses freaking collapses the Red Sea using God's divine authority upon the Egyptians. And the waters returned and covered the chariots and the horsemen and all the host of Pharaoh that came into the sea after them. There remained not so much as one of them. Every one of them died. But the children of Israel walked upon dry land in the midst of the sea, and the waters were a wall unto them on their right hand and on their left. Thus the Lord saved Israel that day out of the hand of the Egyptians. And Israel saw the Egyptians dead upon the seashore. And Israel saw that great work which the Lord did upon the Egyptians. And the people feared the Lord and believed the Lord and his servant Moses. Chapter 15. Then sang Moses and the children of Israel this song unto the Lord, and spake, saying, I will sing unto the Lord, for he hath triumphed gloriously. The horse and his rider hath he thrown into the sea. And the Lord is my strength and song, and he is become my salvation. And he is my God, and I will prepare him an habitation, my father's God, and I will exalt him. They're super stoked. And the Lord is a man of war. The Lord is his name. Pharaoh's chariots and his host hath he cast into the sea. His chosen captains also are drowned in the Red Sea. The depths have covered them. They sank into the bottom as a stone. Thy right hand, O Lord, is become glorious in power. Thy right hand, O Lord, hath dashed in pieces the enemy. And in the greatness of thine excellency, thou hast overthrown them that rose up against thee. Thou sentest forth thy wrath, which consumed them as stubble. And with the blast of thy nostrils, the water were gathered together. The floods stood upright as an heap, and the depths were congealed in the heart of the sea. The enemy said, I will pursue, I will overtake, I will divide the spoil. My lust shall be satisfied upon them. I will draw my sword, my hand shall destroy them. Thou didst blow with thy wind, the sea covered them. They sank as lead in the mighty waters. Who is like unto thee, O Lord, among the gods? Who is like thee, glorious in holiness, fearful in praises, doing wonders? Thou stretchedst out thy right hand, the earth swallowed them. Thou, in thy mercy, hast led forth the people, which thou hast redeemed. Thou hast guided them in thy strength unto thy holy habitation. The people shall hear and be afraid. Sorrow shall take hold on the inhabitants of Palestina. Palestina. Then the dukes of Edom shall be amazed. The mighty men of Moab, trembling, shall take hold upon them. All the inhabitants of Canaan shall melt away. Fear and dread shall fall upon them. By the greatness of thine arm, they shall be as still as stone, till thy people pass over, O Lord, till the people pass over, which thou hast purchased. Thou shalt bring them in, and plant them in the mountain of thine inheritance, in the place, O Lord, which thou hast made for thee to dwell in the sanctuary, O Lord, which thy hands have established. The Lord shall reign forever and ever. For the horse of Pharaoh went in with his chariots and with his horsemen into the sea, and the Lord brought again the waters of the sea upon them. But the children of Israel went on dry land in the midst of the sea. And Miriam, the prophetess, the sister of Aaron, took a timbrel in her hand, and all the women went out after her with timbrels and with dances. And Miriam answered them, Sing ye to the Lord, for he hath triumphed gloriously. The horse and his rider hath he thrown into the sea. So Moses brought Israel from the Red Sea, and they went out into the wilderness of Shur. And they went 3 days in the wilderness and found no water. And when they came to Marah, they could not drink of the waters of Marah, for they were bitter. Therefore, the name of it was called Marah, which obviously means bitter water.
It just means bitterness.
And the people murmured against Moses, saying, What shall we drink? And he cried unto the Lord, and the Lord showed him a tree, which, when he had cast into the waters were made sweet. There he made for them a statute and an ordinance, and there he proved them. And said, If thou wilt diligently hearken to the voice of the Lord thy God, and will do that which is right in his sight, and wilt give ear to his commandments, and keep all his statutes, I will put none of these diseases upon thee, which I have brought upon the Egyptians, for I am the Lord that healeth thee. And they came to Elim, where were 12 wells of water, and 70 palm trees, and they encamped there by the waters.
And take back over.
Sure.
Chapter 16. And they took their journey from Elim, and all the congregation of the children of Israel came unto the wilderness of Sin, which is between Elim and Sinai, on the 15th day of the second month after their departing out of the land of Egypt. And the whole congregation of the children of Israel murmured against Moses and Aaron in the wilderness. And the children of Israel said unto them, Would to God we had died by the hand of the Lord in the land of Egypt, when we sat by the flesh pots, and when we did eat bread to the full, for ye have brought us forth into the wilderness to kill this whole assembly with hunger. When Then said the Lord unto Moses, Behold, I will rain bread from heaven for you, and the people shall go out and gather a certain rate every day, that I may prove them whether they will walk in my law or no. And it shall come to pass that on the 6th day they shall prepare that which they bring in, and it shall be twice as much as they gathered daily. And Moses and Aaron said unto all the children of Israel, At even then ye shall know the Lord hath brought ye out of the land of Egypt. And in the morning then ye shall see the glory of the Lord, for that he heareth your murmurs against the Lord. And what are we that we murmur against us, or that ye murmur against us? Sorry, Moses and Aaron. And Moses said, This shall be when the Lord shall give you in the evening flesh to eat, and in the morning bread to the full. For that the Lord heareth your murmurings, which ye murmur against him. And what are we? Your murmurings are not against us, but against the Lord. And Moses spake unto Aaron, saying unto all the congregation of the children of Israel, Come near before the Lord, for he hath heard your murmurings. And it came to pass, as Aaron spoke unto the whole congregation of the children of Israel, that they looked toward the wilderness, and behold, the glory of the Lord appeared in the cloud. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, I have heard the murmurings of the children of Israel. Speak unto them, saying, At even ye shall eat flesh, and in the morning ye shall be filled with bread, and ye shall know that I am the Lord your God. And it came to pass that even the quails came up and covered the camp, and in the morning the dew lay around the host, or the dew lay about the host. And when the dew that lay was gone behold, upon the face of the wilderness there lay a small round thing, as small as the hoar frost on the ground. And when the children of Israel saw it, they said unto one another, It is manna, for they knew not what it was. So manna, they're saying,
a small round thing after the frost.
No, they're saying
in the morning dew.
They're saying it is manna translates to what is it, because they didn't know what it was. People assert that manna is the food of the angels. So this bread, because the quail is the meat that God promised, but the bread is this manna that is forming like dew upon the grass. But it's literally like the food of the angels that the Israelites get to go eat now, and they're gonna fucking complain about it.
I think it's so weird because
they knew not what it was. It was no food of the planet.
Maybe I don't know. Did they have mushrooms? Or I don't know, because it sounds like mushrooms. It truly does, because in the morning dew, that's when mushrooms like to sprout. And behold, there's this round thing. I mean, mushroom caps are round, that would sprout up. And they would take it and they would eat it, and it's kind of like flesh. It's not like it's not like normal plants. It's kind of fleshy. There's like a fleshiness to mushrooms. So it's like, is that what it was? Was like some like honey mushroom that would pop up. And because where they were in Egypt, it being mostly arid, maybe the fungus of that region weren't like that. So when they moved out, they saw freaking mushrooms.
It's saying it's as small as a hoar frost on the ground. HOAR.
What's a hoar frost?
I don't know.
That's a good question. I might look that up while you're reading. I might.
And when the children of Israel saw it, they said unto one another, It is manna, for they knew not what it was. And Moses said unto them, This is the bread which the Lord hath given you to eat. This is the thing with which the Lord had commanded. Gather of it every man according to his eating, an omer for every man according to the number of your persons. Take ye every man for them which are in his tents. And the children of Israel did so, and gathered, some more, some less. And when they did meet, which is measure, it with an omer, he that gathered much had nothing over. And he that gathered little had no lack. They gathered every man according to his eating.
So that hoarfrost I just looked up,
Yeah.
no way, dude. It's just like regular frost.
Yeah. So
It's just literally like regular frost
Yeah.
that covers, forms like the crystals that kind of branch off slightly, but it's not huge. It's not like a regular mushroom. I don't know, but it's weird that they said it was round. Like, what's up with the round?
I'm literally thinking it's like you see in a video game, dude, like a little blue ball of mana. They're going around collecting these little blue balls of mana.
They're tiny, dude. They're tiny because hoarfrost is just little ice crystal, tiny little ice crystal. So it's just like forming on the dew.
Yeah.
In the morning,
how much is an
straighten it up?
Yeah, and how much is an omer? Because they're measuring it with omers.
How do you spell omer? Super quick.
Omer.
Measurement.
And Moses said, "Let no man leave of it till morning." Notwithstanding, they hearkened not unto Moses, but some of them left of it until the morning, and it bred worms and stank, and Moses was wroth with them.
An omer is an ancient Hebrew unit of dry measure, defined in the Bible as exactly 1/10 of an ephah, which is in Exodus 16:36 coming up. Its modern equivalent is estimated to be approximately 2.3 to 2.5 liters, roughly a little over half a gallon.
Damn.
So that's what we're dealing with when it comes to those measurements.
Weird. So we were thinking it was like really small, a tiny amount, but they're collecting like liters and liters of it.
Yeah, like half a gallon, like that's or a little over half a gallon.
So imagine like it's just on the plants and you're like scraping off this, or like you're collecting this tiny little bit of a thing that's like, once you get it all, it's like one drop, and you got to do that till you're filling up a liter.
Yep.
It
would fill up your mornings. Your mornings would be to go out and harvest this manna.
Crazy.
It's cool.
And they gathered it every morning, every man according to his eating, and when the sun waxed hot, it melted. So you only had until it got warm out for you to be able to collect this manna.
And it would disappear, just like the hoarfrost, too. It's crazy. This is blowing my mind.
And it came to pass that on the 6th day they gathered twice as much bread, 2 omers for one man. And all the rulers of the congregation came and told Moses. And he said unto them, This is that which the Lord has said. Tomorrow is the rest of the holy Sabbath unto the Lord. Bake that which ye will bake today, and seeth that ye will seeth, and that which remaineth overlay up for you to be kept until the morning. And they laid it up till morning, as Moses bade, and it did not stink, neither was there any worm therein. And Moses said, Eat that today, for today is a Sabbath unto the Lord, and today ye shall not find it in the field. 6 days ye shall gather it, but on the 7th day, which is the Sabbath day, in it there shall be none. And it came to pass that there went out some of the people out of the 7th day for to gather, and they found none. And the Lord said unto Moses, How long refuse ye to keep my commandments and my laws? Yeah, they just keep not believing him. They gather too much. They gather too little. They let it keep when he told them not to keep it. And then he said, don't bother going to collect it because it's not going to show up today. And they still try to go out and collect it.
That's wild, man.
See for that the Lord hath given you the Sabbath. Therefore he giveth you on the 6th day the bread of 2 days. Obeyed ye every man in his place. Let no man go out of his place on the 7th day. So the people rested on the 7th day. And the house of Israel called the name thereof Manna. And it was like coriander seed, white, and the taste of it was like wafers made with honey.
That's crazy. So it's like super tiny, like it's like little tiny coriander seeds, and it's white. And then it tastes like wafers and honey.
Yeah.
Like that. I mean, dude, that's freaking tasty stuff right there. No wonder they were trying to run out to get more. They're like, I don't care, man. I want some more of this.
Yeah.
It probably did taste really good too, right?
And God is just making this appear on the above the dew. Like once the frost goes away, or once the dew goes away, then this pops up.
Yeah, and it's like also on the seventh day, they don't have any.
Yeah.
So, like show up. So that's why they on the sixth day they gotta get double. You get double the amount that you would normally get that you're permitted to gather.
You can actually keep it over to the next day when it wouldn't keep. So that's even more of like a supernatural. Yeah, it's another supernatural element to this food to where like normally it wouldn't keep, it would spoil immediately, but then now on the seventh day it's perfect.
So it's just like weird, like things that shouldn't happen if it's a normal food. If this is a normal thing, like, and it just rots after the first day that you try to keep it any other day, but on certain days, the day before the Sabbath, and then on the Sabbath, there's just random things that happen to this food that just doesn't happen any other time. I mean, yeah, it's supernatural food.
Yeah, it's weird.
And 32.
Yep. And Moses said, "This is the thing which the Lord hath commanded. Fill an omer of it to be kept for your generations, that they may see the bread wherewith I have fed you in the wilderness when I brought you forth from the land of Egypt."
Where is that?
Right. I was just about to say, dude. So this is some supernatural food that he's like, here, keep this as proof to show everybody. Probably will never spoil, never expire. It'll last forever. Where the fuck is that? We got some supernatural food. The Catholic Church has it. Or some fucking...
Either the Catholic Church or like some temple in frickin' Tel Aviv somewhere.
I was going to say some sneaky small hat.
Oh, man. I want to see the manna, dude.
I want to see the manna. As the Lord commanded Moses, so Aaron laid it before the testimony to be kept. And the children of Israel did eat manna 40 years until they came to a land inhabited. They did eat manna. Wow. Until they came unto the borders of the land of Canaan. Now an omer is the 10th part of an epiph.
Yep, there we go.
I think this is going to be...
Which is 2.3 to 2.5 liters or 0.66 minutes.
This is going to be our last chapter. Chapter 17. Okay. And all the congregation of the children of Israel journeyed from the wilderness of Sin after their journeys, according to the commandment of the Lord, and pitched in Rephidim, and there was no water for the people to drink. Wherefore the people did chide with Moses, and said, Give us water, that we may drink. And Moses said unto them, Why chide with me? Wherefore do you tempt the Lord? So chide is just quarrel. It's like, why are you giving me shit?
Yep.
Do you tempt the Lord? And the people thirsted therefore water, and the people murmured against Moses, and said, Wherefore is this that thou hast brought us up out of Egypt to kill us and our children and our cattle with thirst? And
dude, so petty, bro.
Yeah, they're so bitchy. And Moses cried unto the Lord, saying, What shall I do unto these people? They be almost ready to stone me. And the Lord said unto Moses, Go on before the people, and take with thee of the elders of Israel, and thy rod, wherewith thou smotest the river, and take in thine hand, and go. Behold, I will stand before thee there upon the rock in Horeb, and thou shalt smite the rock, and there shall come water out of it, and the people may drink. And Moses did so in the sight of the elders of Israel. And he called the name of the place Massah and Meribah, because of the children of Israel, and because
of the chiding.
Yeah.
The chiding of the children of Israel, so the bitching.
Yeah, Massah means temptation, and Meribah means contention or strife. So because they were striving and contempting and tempted by thirst to be led away from God, that's why he named it that.
Literally.
because they tempted the Lord, saying, "Is the Lord amongst us or not?" Then came Amalek and fought with Israel and Rephidim. And Moses said unto Joshua, "Choose us out men, and go out, fight with Amalek tomorrow. I will stand on top of the hill with the rod of God in mine hand." So Joshua did as Moses had said to him, and fought with Amalek, and and Moses and Aaron and Hur went up to the top of the hill. And who is Hur? And it came to pass, when Moses held up his hand, that Israel prevailed, and when he let down his hand, Amalek prevailed. But Moses' hands were heavy, and they took a stone and put it under him, and he sat thereon. And Aaron and Hur stayed up his hands, with one on one side and one on the other side, and his hands were steady until the going down of the sun. And Joshua discomfited Amalek and his people at the edge of the sword. And the Lord said unto Moses, "Write this for a memorial in a book, and rehearse it in the ears of Joshua, for I will utterly put out the remembrance of Amalek from under heaven." And Moses built an altar, and called the name of it Jehovah Nissi. Jehovah is my banner. For he said, "Because the Lord hath sworn that the Lord will have war with Amalek for generation to generation." So
one thing I wanted to bring up, going back to the rock that Moses smote.
Yeah, I wanted
There's
to go back
proof
to the
of
rock.
that as well.
Yeah,
they found the rock.
It's a gigantic rock. Like in your head, you read this and you picture like a little boulder. You even think a big boulder. This is a gigantic rock.
That's just a stupid boulder.
It's not just a boulder. It's a rock. A rock. A rock.
Big story.
Gigantic rock. And so out in the middle of the desert, there's a gigantic rock perfectly split in two. And then around the base, there's gallons and gallons and gallons and years of water erosion that would not naturally be there. Doesn't make sense.
And the crevice too.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
That was carved out after it was smoked. Yeah. It has all the signs of like water erosion, but the rest of the stone doesn't.
Yeah.
So it's like where he hit the rock, it freaking just erupted water.
Yeah.
Magic water.
Yeah.
Magic water from the Lord came out of this rock.
I am confused because I think, and I might be wrong here, later on, Moses doesn't get to go to the promised land. I thought because of this right here. I thought God told him to get the water out of the rock a different way, and he doesn't listen to God. Moses, like, this is the one time Moses doesn't listen to God, and he goes about getting the water differently than God says. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's a different thing. No, it says right here that he does as God said. And Moses did so in the sight of the elders.
Yeah, hold on. Let's read that one more time, super quick.
It doesn't specify how he do it. It's from 5:6.
And the Lord said unto Moses, "Go before the people, and take with thee of the elders of Israel, and thy rod, wherewith thou smotest the river, take in thy hand and go. Behold, I will stand before thee upon the rock in Horeb, and thou shalt smite the rock, and there shall come water out of it, that the people may drink." And Moses did so in the sight of the elders of Israel.
Let's just keep that in mind as we go forward, because there will be a point where God's like, all right, you don't get to go to the promised land. You're going to die before you get there because, sorry, bud, you didn't listen to me. And the first couple times I read it, I'm like, wait, when did Moses go against God? So
it was apparently, okay, so I have there's two ideas here that we can discuss quickly before we wrap things up. One is what you're saying. So apparently Moses, I don't know where this comes from. I don't know if this is coming from a later chapter, maybe something.
Yeah, I think God says it later. He's like, oh, back there, that was when.
Yeah, because he took ownership.
Mm-hmm.
So he didn't give the glory to God for creating the water. He said he's basically, instead of saying God made the water flow, he's like, I and God, pretty much. So he took it upon himself, the ability.
It's like
to
the
cause
Israelites
water.
pissed him off, and so he's like, "What do I got to do everything around here?" And it's like,
Yes.
you didn't do anything, Moses.
Yes. And so that really kind of irked God. But also, there's a theory, and you know how I love my theories, that because Moses is different, dude, like, God imparts part of his supernatural miracle working, part of his power is in Moses. Moses does the craziest acts of magic ever, like, in all of human history.
Don't you think God could just
Outside
make
of
anybody
Jesus.
do that?
He could, but he chose Moses.
Yeah.
And because of that, the Israelites, in their proclivity for deifying other things other than God,
Yeah.
he wasn't permitted to go to the promised land, because if he went there and was buried there, then the Israelites would have probably taken his bones or something and worshipped him. They would have created some type of worship thing surrounding him.
I mean, maybe.
And there was another person that I heard talking about this same thing where they went a little bit deeper with it, and Satan. So Satan is constantly trying to do whatever he can to kind of go after God, go against God. So there's a reason
look out.
that, yeah, literally. But there's a reason that God wanted to make sure that nobody knew where Moses was buried, and that nobody got a hold of his bones or things thereof. Because if that power, which is a direct connection to God, God imparted part of himself into Moses for Moses to be able to do any of this shit. And so there's power in his bones, is the theory. And so you didn't want the Israelites to have the bones, so you can't go with the rest of Israel to the promised land. Because if you do and you die, they're going to take your bones, they're going to worship you over me, it's going to cause a mess. So no. And then also, that Satan is on the prowl like a hungry lion, starving for your soul, and he'd probably try to use them in some type of fashion. Whatever that fashion would be, I can't claim to know. I'm not, a fifth, seventh, 100 billionth dimensional being. But that, to me, it does kind of make sense, and I kind of vibe with it, just in the sheer fact that, like, you give an artifact like that to anybody, even just the Israelites, the fact that they would look at those bones and they would hold him up. Dude, there would be a temple for Moses with his bones today, sitting somewhere, and they would be worshiping those bones. And that is blasphemy.
That's
It's
what the Catholic Church
blasphemy.
does.
Yes, it is. Like with the spear of destiny, and like with pieces of the crucifix. Like, those are like highly sought after artifacts that people have hunted down for generations. Like, there's a whole thing about it, like Da Vinci Code. You got shit like that.
we were even just like, got to see this manna. We want to see these
Yeah,
artifacts.
Right? But when in the Bible, at least, it's saying that they were supposed to keep that shit to prove to the other generations of this act of God. Like, that wouldn't be against God. That would be to prove him.
And like, that in and of itself tells me that it's got to be angel food. Because they're like, he's like, here, keep this food that I fed you while you were out in the desert to show people how miraculous I am. You're never going to see this again.
That we read through this, because there was a part of me that was kind of like, I'm a mushroom guy. I love mushrooms. I love mushroom hunting. I like, they're magical things, right? And I'm not even talking the trippy ones. Everyone wants to make this like correlation to trippy mushrooms, that they were just tripping their balls off for 40 years in the desert. And it's like, no. There was food. It was sustenance, and like, it didn't make them sick. It didn't say that they were sick all the time. They said it tasted like... Do mushrooms to you, the ones that make you trip, taste like honey wafers?
Yeah, wafers and honey. No.
No, they don't. They taste like shit. And mushrooms would have been a really cool thing too. But with what we've come to learn about the hoarfrost and comparing the size and also like the taste of them being compared to like coriander seed, and it's white and it tastes like honey wafers. It's not mushrooms, dude.
Yeah.
It's not.
And the miraculous nature of them spoiling in 24 hours one day, but then not another day.
Yeah,
They in fact, whatever you collect doubles if you collect it correctly. And then now these samples are able to be kept for generations for proof. Nah, doesn't sound like any natural occurring food here on our planet.
Nope, not at all. Not at all. And I mean, any grain that you have, like even rice, because rice will like double in size, but you have to introduce water, and it doesn't hold like that.
Right.
And it doesn't taste like honey wafers.
Yeah,
it tastes like rice.
Imagine
like,
eating straight up angel food that like you don't need water because you're eating angel food and being like, I'm thirsty.
For 40 years.
This God led us out into the desert to kill us, didn't you, Moses? You and your God, you just want us dead. You're gonna dehydrate us to death. Terrible.
You know what it kind of shows?
Grumbledy.
Like Satan was around there too, like getting into people's heads, tempting them. You know, anybody who wasn't holding those commandments at the time, that wasn't following the Sabbath, wasn't doing these things, they were getting kind of hit up by Satan whispering into their ears. And I mean, it causes rebellion. That's what it is, right? Like that's where the rebellion comes from.
Yeah. It's
coming from this outside force factor of sin, of Satan, of the prowling lion. And I you know, there was a part of me too where, as I said in here, like I've been like irritated at the Israelites over this, like reading this. It's like, how can you do that? How can you?
Because
but then it's like, wait a minute. I mean, I'm human too. Yeah. We're all human, right? Like we all are subject to this shit. There's no perfect human being outside of the human God that existed, Jesus Christ. There's no other person, and we're all fallible. Everybody's subject to the same shit.
It's very similar to what I was saying in our last episode, that like when you are faced with this sort of adversity that's harder than, or scarier, or whatever it is, it's going to take more
risk.
Yeah, it's going to take more from you than anything ever in your life before. You fall back to what's easy. And Satan makes things easy, man. Satan makes things real fucking easy. So if you have it in your head that you only have option A and B, you know, we either dehydrate and starve in the desert, or we go back and serve Satan in Egypt. Sounds a lot better to go serve Satan in Egypt, because you don't have it in your head that God has the ability to deliver you through the desert and provide food of the God, or food of the angels in the form of manna to you. Have quail just drop in on your camp. You know, you didn't think of that third option, that God is going to provide miracles and get you through it. Like, people always,
he would not let any of you go without. Everybody had exactly what they needed.
Yes, fear not.
It's the lack of
accept
faith.
your tribulations. Like, no, we're all going to go through tribulations. You might go through a desert for 40 years starving and without water. You might. But God is still with you every step of the way, looking after you, keeping you alive. You didn't die in your first year in the desert like you should have. You've been walking through the desert for 40 years because God's got your back. Like, it might be fucking tough, but if it's not tough, you know you're probably walking with Satan, because he makes things real easy.
That's a fact, bro. That's a fact.
Not every time.
Amen.
God blesses. God can give you the good shit too. But we're trying to give you that good shit. So like, follow, subscribe, Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcast, anywhere you listen to other people. Try to listen to us.
If you have other theories, or if you think that we're wrong about any of our interpretations, comment. Let us know. Send us an email at the Shepherd's Pie Podcast at gmail.com. Send us an email.
Quit texting me personally about episodes. fucking comment down below about the episode. What are you people doing? Sending me personal DMs about episodes. Can we get a comment, please? Our comment sections are empty except for our like 2 fans, our 3 fans that just comment like every video. We love you guys. You're the best. But...
love you so much. Thank you for sticking it out.
All right. Peace. We'll see you.
Have a good one, guys. God bless.
Flashback.
It doesn't matter what you do with them because they're doing 1,000 fucking billion times worse. They try to make people like us feel like we're the ones polluting everything when we couldn't pollute enough in our lifetimes to come even close to the industrial fucking crazy bullshit that they like pay people to loophole.
Yeah. And like I get that, but it's still like though I'm not contributing as much as these super factories, like I still have it on my soul that I'm poisoning the earth, even if I like flick a butt, you know? It's like the earth cries when you litter. I hear that in my head all the time because my mom said it to me when I was a kid. So like I do want to do what I can, of course, but also when it comes to something like throwing the batteries in the garbage, it's like I didn't go out and mine the fucking lithium out of the earth that now is going to be crushed in a landfill and leach into the earth and fucking seep into everybody's drinking water and poison everybody. Like, I didn't do that. That's a system they created. And, like, though I could, like, go take them to the proper dispensary center, fuck a bag of that. I'm going to throw it in my trash and pray to God that it's taken care of properly. I'm going to give it to God because, like, that is some evil that I can't deal with. And then maybe God will make it easy for me to take it to the disposal center if that's the thing. But, like, I've literally been hanging on to 2 shoeboxes full of vapes. I haven't vaped in 3 years. I've been holding on to all my old vapes to try to dispose of them properly because I've got literally 200 fucking little rechargeable batteries that should be disposed of properly. They should be recycled. Like, that is a non-renewable resource.
No, actually, what you have with all of those batteries, I saw someone do this shit where they fucking wired them all up in, like, parallel or series. They wired them all up together. They extracted all the batteries out and fucking wired them up and created like enough of a battery to like run shit.
Yeah.
Like run shit. Like an electric fucking scooter, dude.
Right.
Like for fucking hours. You just charge them up and you got your boom, you're good to go. You've got battery to go. If you have like a little solar charger too, then you get to charge them up in the apocalypse and fucking boom, dude, you got your apocalypse vape powered fucking
because
electric,
they are little they're solid little rechargeable batteries and everybody just throws them in the garbage. It's insane.
Well, that's on them, dude. That's fucking crazy shit that they build them like that. Like, it's on us too for buying them, but it's like when you ban all the fucking flavors, so now vape shops are like dead, so people can't just go to fucking vape shops and buy fucking vapes. Like, what do? You buy these. These are what's fucking available. Yeah. Like, it's not really... It's on us, but it's also, like, not,
and, like, to label it as a disposable... Like, I get that it's disposable, but to label it as a disposable when you've got a battery in there like that, you've got those chips in there like that. Like, in the mod days, you did have external batteries. You could take out and remove and replace, and... Like, it was a separate
And those were
piece.
actually worth something, too. Like, when you would turn them back in, because... You can bring them to, like, scrap yards or some shit, and they'll buy them. Yeah. They will literally buy them off you, like, per pound. You get fucking, I don't know how much you get per pound, but you do get fucking cash per pound. Yeah. And
because there's children. There's children in fucking, where are they at? Where they're mining the cobalt and the lithium.
The Congo.
Yeah. These freaking kids in the Congo are dying for this lithium, and we're just, boop, in the garbage. $10-15 a pop, it's no problem. It's so crazy, so evil.
End of flashback.